Eagle-Head Football, Palace 3, Sheffield United 2. I'm here with Club Shop Dan. Your thoughts on this important win tonight?
Well, it was a must-win game.
Yeah, it was.
I think we made a bit of a meal of it, if I'm to be honest with you. But I'm glad that we got the 3 points.
What would you say the reaction about from the first goal? Absolutely terrible. What would you reckon has to be done about that?
I think first thing to do is get rid of Roy. I think he's just so negative. Like, honestly, today is probably the most negative I feel about a win. Like, we made a meal out of it against a team who, granted, they're playing a bit better under Chris Wilder, but they're still crap. Let's be honest. They're bottom of the table for a reason. This is the first time they scored 2 goals away from home this season. I had a look earlier in the league, and it's just the way. It's just Roy's game management, his negativity, everything. Like the lack of movement up front. I remember at one point, Henderson had the ball, and like he did that thing where he puts his studs on the ball and try and entice people in. Literally, no one in front of him moved. Everyone was marked, and no one moved. So he's ended up like lumping it long, and it's like that is just a classic Roy tactic this season. And just as the game goes on, Wilder's obviously made far more subs than we have. We've made 2 subs midway through the first half, towards the end of the first half, because of injury. So Eze's come off for injury, and Elise's come off for injury. Who comes on? Oh, Jeffrey Schlupp and David Ozo. You know what? I actually thought it was going to be peak Roy. Yeah, I thought he was going to bring on Nathaniel Klein so that Chris Richards could play in midfield. That is how little I think of Roy this season. That is how little I think of him at the moment. And that's just it. And like, okay, fair enough. He brings on Eddie as well, but he's still got 2 more subs to make. Yeah. We're trying. The thing is, he's used to an era that you were allowed to waste time, and you probably did play 60 minutes of football. Now you're playing 90 plus minutes of football every game. Players are getting tired. Players are getting injured. Just use more bodies. Like, just bring more people on. Like, bring on França, bring on Ahamada, just with fresh legs, and to progress the ball up the pitch. Because once we brought on Eddie, our tactic was basically lump it long to him, and as we know, he can't hold the ball up.
More positively though, 2 fantastic goals from our best 2 players. Who is your man of the match out of those 2?
That's a good question. I'm just gonna give it Eze just because he did score 2 goals. I mean, I think Elise's goal was a bit better in my opinion, but they're both fantastic goals.
Really?
Yeah, I thought Elise's goal was better. But also as well, I thought Eze did well when Elise came off. He kind of carried the team a little bit, so that was good. So I'll give it to Eze.
There we go. Dan, up the Palace.
Up the Palace.
We won a game. Hooray. Woo!